the other day, last Thursday, I took Perry to get neutered. I got a volunteer from the Nextdoor app to take me, and she's somebody that's driven me someplace before, so I knew she would definitely show up. And my vet isn't in my really local area, so it's more like 40 minutes away. But it's right across the road from an outlet mall, and it's down the road from a new casino. Now, my question is, do you go to casinos? Because I'm kind of wondering what the attraction is for people. I've never been to a casino, but we were looking for things to do in the area to kill time waiting for the cat to be done neutered. So we went to Cosmoprof, which is a beauty supply store, because I'm out of nail polish remover and I'm down to the last couple drops in my bottle. And I knew there was a Cosmoprof over there, but they were out of it too. And they only had the really harsh stuff for like dissolving extensions of nails. And I just need a nice polish remover. And they didn't have it. So then we went out to lunch, and I did my normal lunch that I always do during Lent. I live in a predominantly Catholic area, and I'm not Catholic, but growing up, my mom made me eat fish every Friday. Ooh, and I hate fish. So, and I said, why are we doing this? She'd say, well, all our neighbors are eating fish. So I would get stuck eating fish all through Lent because our neighbors were doing that, even though we weren't Catholic. So I have a lot of fun during Lent every year, going out and eating a nice steak dinner. So I went out and ate out in public for the first time since the pandemic and had my typical Lantern steak dinner. And I even wondered, like, how am I going to eat a steak dinner during Lent? I kept seeing all these posts about Lent, all the fish fries, fish here, fish there, fish everywhere. And I said, how am I going to get that steak dinner? And sure enough, Evil David said, because he was paying for the neutering, he said, make sure you take that woman out to lunch and pay for that too. So we went to a steak place and had steak. And then we went to a chocolate store that's in the area, but she didn't want chocolate, and she treated me to Jelly Bellies. I got pina colada and strawberry daiquiri. I didn't get a whole pound. I just got a little bit. And she was disappointed that I didn't get more. But the problem was, every flavor I wanted, except for the strawberry daiquiri, was yellow. And I didn't want to get a bag full of yellow Jelly Bellies and constantly be wondering is this going to be banana, or is this going to be pineapple, or is this going to be pina colada? And I thought, I'll just get the pina colada, and I thought about getting coconut too. That would have just been white, so that would have been okay. But this is good enough, just the pina colada and the strawberry daiquiri, because I'm not a big Jelly Belly eater anyways, and I figured I'll be lucky if I eat this many. And so then we were looking for something else to do, because we had to kill like 4 hours. And I said, well, I've never been to the casino. Could we maybe go just look at the casino? Because I've never been to one before. And I didn't know this woman has like a gambling addiction, I guess. So she was talking all the way there. I guess I'm going to have to call that 800 number again. And I don't know if she was just joking or like, does she really have a problem? So, and I told her I had been here when it was just a horse racetrack, because my boyfriend at the time, in my young 20s, knew I liked animals. And so he thought after dinner one night we could just go watch the horses run around the track. And so we did that. We didn't bet or anything. We just went and watched the horses run around the track. So I don't know. I thought, heard so many people talking about the casino, I thought it would be a nice place to go. Like, I was picturing maybe like chandelier lighting and ferns and nice architecture. No. It has valet parking, and they had something like 8 or 10 rows of handicap parking. So I just demanded she park in handicap, because why should I have to walk further than I can walk when they have all this handicap parking? The parking lot was what you'd see at a stadium. Like, it was just a huge parking lot, one where you get your parking space and then walk half a mile into where you're going. So we get in, and I'm struck by the enormity of the place, that it's like going to an arena. And I was struck by there's no variety. Everybody was doing the exact same thing. They all sit at these vertical TV monitors that look like giant cell phones, and they all put their money in like zombies and either push a button or pull down that lever. You could do either or, and then they just sit there and look at the screen and wait to see if they've won. And I was just blown away that people would do this. And it seems so boring to me. And why would you throw away your money like this, just giving it to a casino, when these machines are all clearly programmed and they're just going to be designed to not pay out? So I got to see that in action, because we went and she showed me the horses that I'd, seen before, to see if this is what I'd seen before. And yeah, that was what we'd done before. And I was outraged because one of the horses was named Miss Fussy Pants. And I said that was cruel, that was barbaric, that was so mean. This horse is earning somebody's living for them, and they called her Miss Fussy Pants. I said, that horse deserves to win, if that makes her feel better, just for having such a mean owner. So, of course, she won. So that set off the gambling addiction of my ride. So we went to go so she could play some of those giant cell phones where you put in money and push a button and wait to see if you've won. And they did have table games, but it was all men there. And I pulled a total of Vashti. You'd have to read the Bible to know who Vashti was. But there was no way I was approaching any of those tables, because they were surrounded with the most unsavory looking men you could imagine. And so she sat down at some TV screen, cell phone thing, puts in her money, and starts to play. And the screen would say, oh, you won, winner, winner, winner. And she'd be all excited because she won. And I'm like, no, this is your total right here. And I pointed, like, there's this little rectangle at the lower right-hand side of the screen that gives you your total. So what it lets you do is she put in 20, and it would let her go down to like 10, and then it would announce that she won because they increased her amount to $11. When I'd say, well, no, you've lost $9. You're not winning, you're losing. The only way you can win is if you walk out with more than $20 and cash out with more than 20. So I was trying to explain that to her the whole time. And I did finally get her to cash out at 17, where she'd only lost 17. But at one point, she was at $20.07. And I said, that's excellent interest on a $20 bill. And she should cash out now. This is winning. Any amount less than this is not winning. And she just couldn't see $20.07 as winning.